right. Good morning, everyone. Today's class is going to focus on yoga flow and a little special attention to the back. So we're going to start on our mats, on our backs. So hopefully that's a good view. And like I said, you'll need a brick and a blanket or a small pillow. So just getting yourself comfortable on your back. And if it's hard for you to lay on your back on the floor, even with your mat, feel free to put a blanket under the small of your back or your hips or whatever bothers you in that position. So let's just come to the mat and get comfortable. Now bend your knees and have your feet wide so that your knees sort of fall in together. And you should feel comfortable. Lift your hips just a little bit and run your hands along the back of your hips so that you're pushing the skin of your hips down, and you'll notice that the small of the back comes a little closer to the floor and your hip bones and pelvic bones sort of roll in towards each other. We don't want the back arching forward or the ribs arching up. Find your comfortable space, relax your shoulders. Again, using whatever pads you may need to feel comfortable in this position. Hands are just at your side. Close your eyes and let's start to slow down the mind. Release your thoughts. And begin to focus on the breath in and out through the nose. Check for any tension in the hips, maybe some little wiggles just to release it, or the shoulders, the face. And if you'd like to set an intention for your class today, do so now. We'll begin with just some gentle yogic breathing, the 3-part, which begins low in the abdomen, and then we continue filling up the sides of the rib cage, and finally the top of the lungs, and then exhaling again, always through the nose from the top to the sides and to the bottom. So at your own pace, let's just begin inhaling. Nice and slow to the top, and then exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhaling. Trying to get just a little bit more relaxed on each breath. Maybe noticing some tension in your hands as you inhale. And exhale. Continue on your own pace. One or two more breaths. When you're ready, let's straighten your knees. Keep your feet wide, though, on the mat. Keep your knees bent. Bring your hands out to your sides somewhat. We're going to slowly drop the knees to your right side while looking to your left. Just a gentle wide leg twist here. Take a breath. Let the legs relax into it. And then inhale, bring the legs up. Let's go the other direction. So the knees fall to the left, look to the right. Just breathe into anything that might feel a little tight here. And again, to the other side, nice and slow. Inhale, coming up. And going to the other side. And then let's bring the legs back to center. You can bring your hands down to your side with your palms up. Let's lift the hips up. Give them a little shimmy. Waking up the spinal cord. And then down. Then bring your arms and legs up into the air and shake them in the air just like a dead bug. Just get some movement, some energy, circulation. And then bring them down. Again, lift and shimmy. Also wakes up your digestive system. And then down, arms and legs up, nice and shaking out the arms, get the elbows and the shoulders involved, the hands and down. One last time, shimmies, keeping your head central and looking forward towards your knees, and then down one last time, shake, shake the arms and legs. Get everything moving and waking it up. And down. Let's roll over onto our side. And with your knees bent and your lower arm out for support, and I'm bringing my knees up pretty much at a right angle to my hips, I'm going to take the top arm and I'm going to swoop it over my head in an arc and to the back. And then inhale, coming to the front. Just some work on the shoulders and the upper thoracic area of the back. Now you may notice one side of your body is tighter than the other. So this may be different from one side to the other. You can also feel free to put your lower hand on those knees to hold them steady because we don't want the lower back involved. This is just opening up the upper back and the shoulder. And you can follow the hand with your eyes if you'd like. Let it hang there a little bit. And then coming forward. Now let's take that same hand, and this time we're going to rainbow it over the body to the back. As far back as it'll go, take a breath, and then forward. Again, and feeling the rotation, the twist between your shoulder blades in that area of the back. And with the breath, inhale to the back. Exhale forward. At whatever pace is comfortable. A couple more. So we're opening the shoulder, working on our range of motion, and also working on a gentle twist of the upper back. Make sure your neck is relaxed, your chin is relaxed. Okay, and then finally, the final one is, oh, that's it. We're going to roll over to the other side. I'm going to roll this way. Oh, there is one other one. Well, we'll do it on this side. Again, arm out. Now you can, what I forgot was on the other side, which you can do if you're watching this on video, is to have the hand at the ear. My knees are bent and about hip level. Extend the lower arm. And then I'm just going to do some elbow circles. You can actually put the hand on the shoulder. Just do some gentle circles there, noticing how that feels on the shoulder, any tightness there. Go one way and then go the other way. Trying to make as big a circle as you can. Do 4 or 6 of these each way. Now let's extend the arm and do the arch over the top of the head and to the back. The goal would be to keep the hand as close to the floor as possible. I can't touch the whole way to the floor, but that's what you're trying to just get that range of motion wherever you are, wherever your shoulder is. And then back and forward, just tracing an arch over your head, using the breath and really noticing the shoulder joint. One more time. Now we're going to do the rainbow over the body, taking the arms straight up into the air and to the back. Again, nice and slow so you can really feel that gentle twist between the shoulder blades. Again, holding those lower legs down if you'd like, just for stability. Tracing your hand with your eyes. Again, open. At your own pace. One more time. And coming forward. Rolling back over into coming back to center. I'm just sitting up here so I can move around. Let's cross one leg with your feet on the floor and your knees bent. Your hands out at the side. Let's cross one leg over the other leg. Actually, we can start here, putting the foot over the knee so that we're just in this position. If you'd like, you can use your hand against the bent knee, the upper bent knee, just to encourage it for a little more opening. And seeing how that feels. And when you're ready, then cross the legs fully with the knee over the thigh. And whatever knee is on top, we're going to roll over to that side. Just let the knees fall to the side and look to the left. So I'm using my right leg over my left knee. I'm letting the legs roll to the right, and I'm turning the head to the left. Gentle twist here. Make sure you're breathing. And when you're ready, you can bring the legs up to center, uncross your legs, maybe give them a little shimmy. Do the other leg. Now again, crossing first the ankle over. I have my left ankle over my right knee. I'm just going to stay in this position. Maybe encouraging that left knee out a little bit for a little more of a stretch. And when you're ready, crossing the knee over the thigh. And again, I have my left thigh on top, so I'm going to roll the legs to the left, arms are out, and look to the right, and breathe. When you're ready, bring the legs up to the center, uncross the legs, roll over onto your left side, or onto your right side, excuse me, and push yourself up into seated position. Let's drop our head and do some neck rolls, gently inhaling to the right and exhaling to the other side. Again, inhale. And exhale. Check your shoulders, check your jaw. Inhale again. And exhaling. Coming back to center. Let's go the other way now. Inhale. Relax that jaw, space between the teeth. And exhale. Another time, inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. Come to center. You can open your eyes, interlock the fingers. Let's do some wrist rolls. One way, then the other way. Get the elbows and the shoulders involved. Shake them out. Now moving the skin away from your sits bones so that you have a nice firm foundation of your hip bones with the floor. Let's bring the arms up, reaching up, making space in the sides of the rib cage, really feeling that space as you press down with the hips, pull up with the arms, chin stays level with the floor, stretching, stretching. Now drop the left arm to the floor for stability. Bring the left arm, and then bring the right arm, back of the hand, to the outside of the knees. Inhale, pressing up with the head. Exhale, twisting back, keeping the head over the chest. We're opening that up. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Encouraging that back shoulder with each breath. Inhale. And exhale, release a little deeper into the twist. Inhale one more time. Inhale up. And exhale. This time, look back over that shoulder for a gentle neck twist and then release. Shrug out your shoulders. We'll do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Finding that space. Space between your teeth. Relax the face. Reaching, reaching, reaching with the arms. Pressing down with the hips. And then dropping the right arm onto the floor for stability. Bringing that other arm, keeping that length to the back of the hand against the back of the knee. Inhale, reaching up with the head. Exhale, twist. Keep that chin in line with the collarbone, with the sternum. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Space, space, space. Exhale into the twist. Again, inhale up. Exhale, twist. Shoulder back. Inhale one more time. Exhale, twist. Glance over your back shoulder and come back to center. Shake it out. Bringing your legs into a 90 degree angle position. So sort of side saddle, but my back thigh is in line with my front calf. I'm going to twist over to the opposite side of my feet, come down onto my forearm and reach with my upper arm. Just find a stretch on the side of the body, reach. Then walk the hands back, switch the legs now the other 90 degrees so that now your knees are pointed to the other direction. Come down onto the forearm, reach. Relax the chin and the head here. Just enjoy this nice stretch. Continue back to the other side, down onto the forearm, keep the legs wide and stretch. Other side, I'm feeling all sorts of and hearing all sorts of lovely adjustments in my spine as I do this. Again, keep your head relaxed, your chin soft. Back to the other side, nice and slow. Coming to the other side. Last time, inhale as you reach. And final side. Reaching. And then come back to center. Let's come onto all fours. We're going to do some cats and cows. Cats and cows are something that you can do every day. It's not, it's always good for your spine to work on the spine and flexing, looking up into our cow, letting the belly drop and the hips up, and then exhale, pressing through the hands, pressing the back of the spine up and rounding it. And inhale, looking up, dropping the belly. Exhale, press. Do a few more of these, just feeling the flexing of your spine. Looking up, hips are up, belly is down. Exhale, pulling the belly up, pressing through the hands, getting a nice stretch. And dropping as you inhale into your cow. And then exhaling. Now this time, as we're exhaling into cat, let's tuck our toes and take a nice stretch here. Kind of letting the hips drop back onto the heels. Find your nice stretch. Really feeling this in the lower part of my body, but also in the lower part of my back, but also in my arms. Come back to center. Let's do a cow. And one more stretch as we come into cat. And come up to center. Now, moving. Oh, actually, one more thing here. Haven't had my coffee this morning. I think that's my little brain fog. Okay, we're going to extend one leg, bend the other leg in towards the body. Flexing the extended foot. Moving the skin away from your sits bones so that you have a nice foundation and pressing both legs against the floor. Let's bring the arms up, finding that space again. Now dropping my right arm again to the floor by my extended leg, and I'm going to continue to press down with the opposite hip as I reach with that arm. So again, a lot of reaching here, a lot of stretching, a lot of opening. This is getting those sides, the obliques, the lower back. Relax your face. It's not about touching the foot, although you can do that if you'd like, but it's more about where's that stretch for you. And breathe. Keep the head soft, the neck soft rather. Inhale, coming back up to center. Shake out your shoulders. Let's switch the legs. Now the other leg is extended, foot is flexed. Bring the other leg in, foot in towards the body. Move the skin away from your sits bones. Inhale, reaching up, pressing down with the hips. As we reach up, 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 up. And exhale, dropping the arm by the leg and finding that stretch with the upper arm. Feeling that nice opening in the lower side back of the body. Relax the head, relax your jaw. And release. Shrug it out. Now we're going to move to the wall. Now we're moving to the wall. And if you need to, You can push your mat against the wall for some padding. If you have sensitive knees, you may want to bring your blanket and put it under your knee because we will be kneeling a bit. Grabbing one of your bricks. And we're going to come up with the leg closest to the wall, with my feet about hip width apart. And you have to play with this a little bit to see how this works. And I'm going to take the brick and put it between my knee and the wall. My foot is stacked under my knee, so it's at a 90-degree angle. And again, futz around a little bit with that back leg. You want both legs to sort of be parallel to each other. Okay. I'm going to take my hand and rest it, and maybe my forearm if you'd like, but not the shoulder against the wall. Taking the arm forward, the external arm forward, we're going to take it over the back of the body and then forward. Pressing that knee against the brick. Inhale, reaching and arching, I guess. It's a good way. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Shake your arm out. Take the arm forward this time, and we're going to go straight back and forward. Keep pressing that brick to the back. Feeling again, how does your shoulder feel here? Noticing the rotation. Notice and feeling the twist in the area about between your shoulder blades. One more time. And coming forward. Now, again, shake it out, keeping that knee pressed there against the brick. I'm going to take the hand at the ear, and we're going to go forward and back. So we're going to go forward and back with the elbow, back. Trying to see how much opening you can get without forcing it, but just maybe gently encouraging it. Doing 4, 6 of those. And release. Now taking both hands at the ear. Now this, if you have tight shoulders, this may be, you may just do part of this, but play with it, see how, if it works for you and if it helps. So we're going to go up with the front elbow, down with the back elbow. Then we're going to come forward with the front elbow towards the knee and the other elbow up to the sky. Now, continuing the swoop, we're going to come to the back. This is the hard part, and where I find that I have the most tightness here. Up with the front elbow, facing the back of the wall, down with the front elbow, and swooping forward. And then you repeat it. Up with the front, down with the front, swoop and twist, up with the front, down with the front, swoop and twist. It's not so easy. I find this very hard. A lot of tightness. But I think this is a good opener. I think I did this backwards. That's okay. Just play with it. Swooping to the side, up, down, and swoop. Release the brick. Shake it out. You may feel this one later tonight, so drink plenty of water. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So again, switching sides, bringing that brick against the knee. And if it's too strong, just do what feels right to you. This is just some alternatives, some options. For some people, this may be just the ticket for what they need. For other people, it may be no, absolutely not. So again, we're going to reach at the, this one takes a little fiddling to get the right angle. Okay, so we're going to reach forward with the outside arm. I've got my knee pressing against the brick. And then I'm going to go over the head. This arm is definitely more open than the other. And then back. Inhale, arching over the head. Continuing to press that brick and back. Again, inhale, arch. And exhale back. Again. And coming forward. Now we're going to go just laterally or horizontally around and back. Around, keep pressing that brick and back, just noticing the twisting between the shoulder blades and back. And I'm following my hand with my eyes as much as I can and forward. Now, one elbow, we're going to touch the ear and then open and exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Keeping those hips as stable as possible. Inhale, close, open rather. And exhale, close. One more time. And exhale, close. Okay, shake it out. Bring both hands to the ears. And we're going to go up with the front elbow, down with the front elbow. Swoop around to the back. Oh, this is tight. You may have to make your legs a little farther apart so you can make that swoop. Up, down, swoop. Up, down, swoop. Up, down, swoop. Let's do it one more time. Up, down, swoop. Up, down, and swoop. Hope that might help you in some ways, and at least it's kind of fun to play with. All right, let's bring our mats back to wherever we are. We're done with the wall now. Coming into, actually, there's a couple other things we could do here. Let's lay down on our backs. Bring the brick between your knees. Actually, at the second position, so your knees are about hip width apart. Hands are at your side. Now lift your hips just enough to push the skin down again, so that the hip bones and the pelvic bones are sort of rolling in towards each other, and you're on the small of your back and not arching your rib cage forward. Relax the neck, squeeze that brick with your legs. Inhale, lift the hips up. Hold, squeeze the brick, and exhale down. Pressing through the big toes and sort of pigeon toe your big toes a little bit as you press through the big toes, squeeze the brick, lift the hips. Exhale. Inhale, lift, 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 and down. Gentle back bend here. Inhale, press and lift, squeeze and lift. Keep your gaze forward. Don't turn your head side to side. As high as you can, and exhale down one more time. Inhale, lift as high as you can. Get those hips up, maybe even rolling the shoulders under the chest a little bit. Hold, inhale, and down. Now taking the brick, you can put that at the side for a minute. And now we're going to use the towel or blanket, as I had said, or a small pillow. And we're going to put that under the hips. So I'm going to lay back down and futz with my blanket a little bit here so that it is under my hips. So just so that they're elevated. Take the brick again, put it between your knees. I'm lifting my feet up and off the floor, and my knees are high over my torso. Okay, so I'm definitely find a comfortable position here so that you're definitely off the hips are off the floor a little bit, and they're high up over the chest. Taking your arms as though you're holding a barrel in front of you. Now squeeze the brick and slowly begin to roll over to the right side, keeping your hands stable, and then come back to center. Squeeze the brick, roll now to the left. Squeeze, squeeze, very slow, and come back to center. One more time. Squeeze and roll to the right. Exhale back to center. Keep those knees up over the body. Squeeze and roll to the other side. And come back to center. Now we're going to involve the arms. So now we're going to roll to the right with our legs, roll to the left with our arms. Again, these are pretty small motions. I'm not trying to get to the floor. And then the other side, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And the more you squeeze the brick, the more it engages the core muscles, muscles in the hip, and inner thigh, which help with our stability. Continue. Just keep going back and play with this and see what you feel. Noticing core, noticing the sides of my abdominal area getting involved. I'm also noticing just the hips in a number of different places. As we know, as we age, stability is so important. We want to avoid falls at any risk, at any possibility. Squeeze that brick. And when you're done, you can bring that to center, bring your feet down, lift the brick out of between your legs, and let's roll over. Remove the blanket. And now we're going to come into downward facing dog. So with both hands about hip width apart, knees about hip width apart, pressing up into the hands and the feet. Nice wide stance so that your hands are a nice distance from the feet. Walk your dogs. A few breaths here. Shake your head yes and no. Pressing the hips up to the sky. And on your next exhale, let's bend the knees, soften them, and walk to the front of the mat, coming into our forward fold Uttanasana. Hands on the floor, bend your knees if needed. And when you're ready, let's engage your core, press through your heels, bring the arms up, hinging from the hips, and come up to our standing pose. Now coming into our mountain pose, Tadasana, let's bring our big feet, or our big feet, my big feet, our big toes together, lift and spread your toes, place them on the mat. Finding your balance, keeping your eyes softly open if you need to for your balance. And coming to the breath, Ujjayi breathing. Engaging our Mula Bandha at the perineal area, pulling up to support the internal organs. Pulling in at the Uddiyana, supporting the spine. And gently pulling in at the chin Bandha, the Jalandhara Bandha. Shoulders open and back, heart space open. Beautiful posture. Breathing. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Take your feet and standing at the end of your mat with your feet about a hip width apart, coming into our dynamic flow. Inhale, the arms rise to the sky, finding space, and then exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Soften the knees as the hands come to the floor. Inhale, let's come up onto our fingertips, up halfway, and then exhale, release back into Uttanasana. Inhale, bring the hands to the floor, step back with the left foot, then step back with the right foot. Inhale, dropping the knees, the chest, and the chin to the floor. Inhale, let's lift the head and the hands from the floor, coming into our mini cobra. Hands hover over the floor, looking up, squeezing the back of the body, especially the muscles between the shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. A couple of breaths here, and exhale down. Relax. Again, inhale up, head and hands off the mat, looking forward, pressing through the toes on the floor. Squeeze, 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 strengthening those muscles, pulling the shoulders back, and exhale down. Now, coming into mini cobra, lift the feet, hands, head off the floor, keeping the hands at the shoulder area, fingers spread wide, and pulling those little fingers back towards the back of the body, squeezing the whole back of the body from the bottom of the spine the whole way to the crown, and exhale down. One more time. Inhale, feet, hands, head off. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale down. Pressing through the hands, coming into child, knees wide. Take a few breaths here. On your next breath, spread the hands out, fingers nice and wide, tuck the toes, come into downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Inhale. And exhale, taking any wiggles or jiggles you want here. Inhale for 2. And exhale. Shake the head yes and no. Inhale for 3. And exhale, strong arms. Stretch through the back of the body. Inhale for 4. And exhale. Final breath in. And exhale. Soften the knees. Walk to the front of the mat. Coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, soften the knees and forward fold. Inhale, engage the core, press through the heels, and hinge up to standing. Now we're going to go straight back down into our Uttanasana, forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale this time with the right foot back first. Exhale, left foot. Inhale, let's drop the knees, chest and chin to the floor. And exhale. Inhale, baby cobra, hands and head off the floor, press to the tops of the toes into the floor. And exhale, keep it up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale down. Again, inhale, hands and head off the floor, elbows back, squeezing between the shoulder blades. Second breath. And exhale down. Inhale, lift the feet, the hands and the head off the floor. Squeeze the entire length of the spine, squeezing all the paraspinal muscles. For 2 breaths. And down. Again, inhale, feet, hands, head off the floor. Squeeze as you inhale. Exhale, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale down. Inhale, press through the hands, coming back into chap for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale for 2. And exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale. Bring the arms forward as you inhale. Tuck the toes. Come into downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Spread your fingers wide and pointed towards the top of the mat. Inhale for 2. Making sure you're distributing the weight of your body between all 5 fingers. Inhale for 3. Shake your head, release any tension. Inhale for 4. Hips up to the sky, pressing the heels down towards the floor, finding that stretch. Final breath. Exhale. Soften the knees and walking the feet to the front of the mat, coming into our forward fold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, coming up on the fingertips, up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bringing the hands up, engaging the core. Bringing the hands to your heart in Namaste prayer. Let's take a moment. We'll do one more set. Just noticing the sensations as we do these sun salutations and awaken the body to the morning, to the sun. And on your next inhalation, let's bring the arms up, reaching to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, step back right. Exhale, step back left. Inhale, drop the knees, chest, chin to the floor. And rest. Inhale, baby cobra, hands and head off the floor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 2 breaths. And exhale down. Again, inhale, squeeze and lift. Squeeze. And exhale down. Now, locust, inhale, feet, hands, head off the floor. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale down one more time. Inhale, feet, hands, head off the floor. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, and lift. And exhale down. Inhale, press through the hands. Coming into child for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale. On your next inhalation, spread the arms forward, fingers wide. Come up onto your toes into downward facing dog. Inhale. Hips to the sky, press through the hands, get that nice stretch along the whole back of the body, and exhale. Inhale for 3, and exhale. Inhale 4, inhale for 5, now soften the knees, walk to the front of your mat, coming into forward fold, feet about hip width apart. Inhale, up halfway, exhale deeper into the fold. Inhale, engage your core, press to the back of the heels, arms up, and we're going to go straight back down to the other side now, coming into forward fold. Inhale, looking up, halfway, finding length, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back with the left foot this time, and with the right. Inhale, dropping the knees, chest, chin to the floor. Exhale, relaxed. Inhale, baby cobra, hands and head off the floor. Exhale, hold. Inhale. And exhale down. One more time, inhale up. Hands and head off the floor, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift. And exhale down. Inhale, lift the feet, hands, head off the floor. Locust, squeeze, 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 and lift. And exhale down. Inhale, lift the feet, hands, head off the floor, finding that lift. Squeeze, 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 the elbows back against the shoulders, blades, side of the body, and exhale down. Inhale, press back into child. 3 breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale. Inhale, bring the arms forward, coming onto your toes and pressing up into downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale, shake your head yes and no. Inhale, maybe looking side to side under your armpits, and exhale for 2. Inhale, pressing the hips up to the sky. And exhale, pressing the heels down towards the floor. Inhale for 4. And exhale. Final breath, inhale. Exhale for 5. Inhale, soften the knees. Walk to the front of the mat, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, engage your core, press through the heels, hinging up to standing, bringing the hands to heart, closing your eyes just for a moment. Samastiti, all things inert. And breathe. And you can release your arms. Let's come back to the mat. Do just maybe one more thing as time gets short here. Bringing a brick, let's lay down, your knees bent, and lift your hips up and place the brick under your sacrum. That's that flat part between your hip bones. And when you find a comfortable spot, this should feel very stable and very comfortable. You're going to bring one leg up over and then the other leg up, and then extend the legs up. And again, do any scooching around you need to here to find that stable point. This should feel very good. If it doesn't, then of course, you can try just a blanket instead of the brick. But it should feel, if you have it under the sacrum, very stable. Hands are at your side, palms down, just for stability. Let's just play with our feet a little bit here, do some ankle circles. One way, then the other way. If any of you obviously have trouble with ankle swelling or feet issues, this is a wonderful thing to do. Should do it regularly, get those feet up. Let things flow the other way. I'm doing a point and flex, point and flex. I'm also, let's spread the toes and then grip the toes, spread, grip, spread, grip. And then the one that we did once before, where you bring just your big toes forward and your other toes back, and then switch big toes. It's very difficult to big toes back and the other toes forward. Just play with that a little bit. Shake it out. And when you're ready, bring the feet together. Let's just take a moment here and breathe. Allowing everything to just flow backwards in the opposite direction for a moment. And while it is tempting to stay here for a while, let's gently and slowly bend our knees, keeping them above our body. Put one foot down on the floor first, other foot down on the floor. Lift your hips, bring your brick out, set it to your side, and then let's do our Shavasana, extending the legs, taking any final wiggles and jiggles. Making sure your shoulders, your hips, your jaw, your feet are relaxed, and just breathe for a few moments here. Gently moving your toes and your fingers. Let's bring our feet up, bend our knees, roll over to our right side for just a moment here. And when you're ready, pressing yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, coming back to the intention if you set one at the beginning of the class. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Have a lovely week. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Again, any questions, comments, feedback? I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Hope you have
Robin.
a lovely week. Take care.